Good morning, everyone. Thursday, and after this, I am caught up with all the recap videos and stuff. I actually thought yesterday, Wednesday, to to do the videos I had missed doing or not have the energy to do, but I was in such a bad mood I didn't. So here we are today, and I actually have tried today with the phone to do it, but the problem with everywhere I went today was that I could not find a place where I wasn't interrupted, and also when I started the first video, I was like, what the fuck did I do Tuesday? And couldn't remember a thing because I spent all day doing the videos up until Tuesday and also doing um, studies and the classes and then trying to be productive even though I weren't. So the past today, rather, I went to the Civic Center in Murigaoka-Yuen again, or something like that. I don't remember the name specifically. I went there again for the Nihongo Salon, and this time it was as I remembered it. And as soon as I came in, there was many people recognizing me. Last year I went there with Rego and also for a brief moment with Ida. And they were these old ladies in this group. They were super happy to see me, and uh, we talked for quite a bit, and we talked in Japanese all the time. I talked about Kyushu. One of them are born and raised in Kyushu, and we had a very, very productive discussion or retelling of what I've done, what I've eaten. I drive on the roads, my work, my broken foot, and the conversation was very varied. There were some moments, of course, as always when I speak, where I can't really express what I'm thinking. Not I either don't find the words or I am unable to figure out how to structure what I want to say. But we worked out, it was very good. And last year when I went, it was an effort to be able to have the energy to converse for 1.5 hours. No problems this time. So it was very, very nice, and I will be able to see them again. They do not have a holiday next week. So one more time, and then Sweden, I guess. So anyhow, that was what I started my morning with. I didn't eat breakfast this morning either because uh, I went to bed late as well, as a kind of a pattern when I'm not really in a good mood in the evening, and I have to get into a more calmer state. And also, I I got this very delicious umeshu. Umeshu is one of my absolute favorite beverages from Japan whatsoever, and I got this more a nicer bottle of it for some reason. So I took some of that, and then I got distracted by doing stuff on the computer. So late late at going up, and then not really in the mood for throwing breakfast inside, so I just went away. And yeah, yesterday I forgot to mention it rained. it rained a lot, and that was a big problem because I got wet. In the beginning, I didn't because I had my umbrella, but since I was a bit tired and distracted, I forgot the umbrella on the train. And umbrellas are well, everyone steals them here. That's one of the few things that you can count on, that if you don't look and keep watch on your umbrella or your bicycle in Japan, they will be relocated to another owner, so to speak. In this case, relocated on the train means probably someone just took it as a natural thing when going out from the train. I also saw uh, um, a person collecting these things, and he wasn't really right in his head, so it was pretty obvious he was a goofball. But yeah, anyhow, I lost it, and I've gotten a new one, emergency small one to always have in the backpack, and if it rains again, I will buy a proper one again. I mean, it's not that much money, but I prefer not to waste it on use less stuff. So yeah, Nihongo Salon, and then after that I went to the area in which me and Rego lived last year, and did some pictures, looked his well, found the changes. Yesterday I didn't go there because it was raining, so that was why I went into Shinjuku, and also I need a new pants and stuff like that. So and today though it was the day started overcast, but as the Nihon Salon was over, the sun came out, and oh my god, it was hot. It was like the warmth from Kyushu has come up to Tokyo, and without the wind that was everywhere in Kyushu. So somewhere you could get wind and stuff here. But yeah, I went around there, and I had during the morning decided to meet up with Andreas, Adolf, and his girlfriend Natsumi, and we were gonna go to Sakuragicho in Yokohama later that day in the afternoon. So after I was done in the area I lived in last year, and being nostalgic, and watching all the changes they made, like there is a new building um, just up the hill from where our apartment is, and the building we lived in is being renovated and is now in a renovation net, probably doing something with the roof. I don't know what's happening in there. And the first restaurant me and Rigo went to was torn down. We got a hint of that when we were here before, because before in the middle of the trip, when we went to the ramen restaurant just across the street with this very nice dude, he said, "Oh, this is the new location," and he said he was moving, and then he also moved before we even went away. So, yeah, and it feels almost like as soon as I find a cozy little ramen yasan ramen place that I want to replace with losing my ramen restaurant in Kitaurawa, then it disappears. It's very sad, but it is what it is. What can you do? Shoganai, dane. Anyhow, there wasn't much difference in Yomiuri. Some things were different, some things they have kind of improved upon. Like there's a new apartment building that is not really done but will open soon according to design. And also I went by a house which I eyeballed quite a lot when I was there last year and was dreaming a bit. And because I've been watching a lot of YouTubers, Swedish people specifically, but also Australians and Americans and stuff that are here in Japan when they are taking houses and stuff, because the houses here are sometimes relatively cheap because they prefer to build new things here. And this house is one of these abandoned houses that I even opened the door and looked in, and the yard and everything, it's perfect and stuff like that. And if I were to have the energy to do that project and get that house, may I hate those kinds of things actually, but I might be interested in actually if I can get that house just to because it is large. It's I even saw it today, and I don't think I did last year. It's 3 stories high. It's quite large. It's very large, and it's just abandoned for reasons no one knows. So who knows? It's just an idle dream for the moment to buy a house when I have the possibility of doing that, and because it is in a neighborhood I like, and I came to really like the area last year as well, and to know it pretty well. Sure, there are better areas like Shinnegota, the area I lived in 2017 with Adolf and Sandra when we rented a 3 room apart, 2 room, 3 room, 3 room apartment for that longer stay. So yeah, I went by. It's still there. It's still abandoned. There is a house next to it, probably the same owner that is also abandoned. And this building is an like 4 apartment building, small apartments. I think it's like 1 roomers or 1.5 roomers, 4 of them. So one of the dreams I had last year was like, oh, I buy this house and then I buy that house as well, and I the rent from that house will sustain me living in this house, and then I have a company. Thus, I have a good reason and a good business so I can stay here. And I also have apartments, which is like if someone comes to visit, sure, it's an economical loss, but I could also just break even. So I can give people that wants to visit a cheaper place to live momentarily, and I also have a place to and a business, so I don't need to go home. That's just a good, an interesting fact, an interesting thought experiment or whatever. So after that, I just took the train uh, down to Yokohama, and I tried to find places to film. I could not muster up enough, and also there wasn't enough time. I also realized, so I just went to Yokohama and Sakaragicho and walked around the station until Adolf did his normal thing, uh, snuck up on me more or less, because he's just melting into the kind of people I filter out. I mean, and I don't think he was in my line of sight anyway. But if he were, I didn't see him. But yeah, most foreigners I try to avoid and ignore. So, but he snuck up on me, and we started looking around some different stuff, like something I missed before. I actually saw all of these info plaques in the station about something about the train station, but I got informed, and we even saw some information about it at Sakaragicho. was actually Yokohama's first train station, or the first train station, something like that, and a bit of how it worked and stuff, and some train related facts. And then we went to another place and another place. We walked around. We went to a cafe. We went everywhere here and there, like the red brick warehouse, which I hadn't visited since 2013 when I went there just to buy some Japanese exclusive product for Louise at Lush. I went there by myself in 2013 when I needed to be alone due to frustration and also to keep doing things which in the end was not great. Something that I probably should have stopped doing quite early in that relationship, but didn't matter. I went there. First time in Yokohama was 2013. I then went to this red brick building, which is a very iconic building. I've since learned, but I did not appreciate that. My mood that time was too focused on other stuff. So either way, we walked around, we looked at stuff around this area. I ate some very fluffy pancakes and an onomatopoeia word, fua fua, when you have something that is fluffy. It's like, このパンケーキはふわふわです。美味しかった。Anyhow, uh, we most of the places I had seen, but and been to, but one of the places I had heard and seen the entrance, but there's always been like too many tourists when I've been there in those areas, so I've been like, I don't think I want to go there if it's just a tourist trap. And that was Chinatown, and we walked around this area for a while and trying to find some place to eat. In the end, we chose to go to the station and eat at another closer place. Couldn't really find something, and also I had a hard time deciding where to eat because every place there, every food place, if I'm being honest, looked exactly the same. There was no character to the menus. The menus all looked the same, and it was just dumplings, nothing other than these Chinese dumplings. And I thought, like, sure, I want to try the dumplings. I have probably done that already, but I want a restaurant that is not a copy paste. But the prices were the same, the selection was the same, and it felt more like, okay, this entire neighborhood is just the same store with 500 different fronts and a lot of lights and a lot of different people, but it's just same. And that also made it like, okay, where do I want to go? I don't know. I just want good food and good company, and that doesn't really matter since I don't know what to expect. My prejudices are the only thing I have to steer to lead my choices. And yeah, I like the area in some ways. It's cozy, but I strongly dislike the presentation of the food and stuff. It is like Japan on drugs when it comes to presentation and how much lights and sounds there are, and then it's overcrowded. It's not Kyoto overcrowded, but it is too many tourists and tourists that are annoying, which doesn't help. It helps. I mean, it feels like being in China, but the variation of the food really nah. So I like the place we actually ended up ending the evening in instead, which was izakaya. They had gyoza and yeah, well, the normal stuff, and we tried some cheese gyoza there, which made me think like, okay, I am pretty good, if I would say so myself, in making gyoza, but I have never done cheese gyoza, so maybe that's something to consider. I don't know. I probably would do that in the oven though. So because when you order gyoza in Japan, they usually put them in the different categories like yake gyoza. I don't know the word, but it's sui or miso gyoza, steamed gyoza, as fried gyoza, deep fried gyoza. And I usually mix all these methods when I do gyoza. So I kind of first steam them and then fry them, and then I put them in the oven to get crunchy texture because I like it. Sometimes I skip the oven because the oven also removes some of the taste from the gyoza skin, and so I usually have a bit of uh, a bit of both because I like the crunch, but I also sometimes want much taste. So, but I've never even considered putting cheese in them and or on them or around them, because in them it wasn't any cheese. But yeah, so I'm probably gonna try that next time I do a gyoza party. Um, I just need to be better at organizing the time around it so it's enough gyoza, and I have the possibility of actually being social at the same time, which is usually a problem during these meetups. A party is a harsh word for it, since the most thing we do is spend time in around my dining table, more or less. So yeah, we spend most of the day talking, trying to talk. Well, we talked 99% in Japanese, and it was very. Uh, my vocabulary is very lacking. It's sorely lacking, and also in the beginning, I have problems in formulating any sentences. But as I get started, it gets better and better every second. But it still is so many words and so many things I know and should use that I can't get out. But as long as I am people can comprehend me and I don't sound like gibberish. It doesn't matter if I'm a simpleton, because I think it will be better with time. But it is hard and frustrating, especially since I feel I should be able to do more, and some people that have started after me are better than me, which makes me feel retarded. But it's just because I'm old and set in my ways, I guess. I mean, I'm not a young boy anymore, even though people think I look young. I am basically awesome. So yeah, the videos are now caught up. We are technically into Friday and stuff, but tomorrow I will mostly study, like I've said, and finish as much studies as possible. I think I will be able to finish everything that counts. So the manga assignment for this week, though, is Shomendokusai. It's very hard to get through that book. I have tried to read it on the train, and I'm barely 20 pages in it, and I don't even know how long it is. But it's the lack of furigana and the language being higher than in Doraemon. That was the previous manga. It is. It is a struggle, and a struggle which makes me dislike the book. The book I like the book in the beginning, in general, because of it's more natural Japanese in it, so it's easier. But there are so many vocabularies or new words that are not something that is in the vocabulary I've been taught so far or that I already know, because the theme is girl talk and talk about paintings and stuff. It's boring. It's very, very boring, and very, very not interesting because the story is unengaging. I mean, I like some slice of life where it has a cozy setting and it shows things that even if they are insignificant are interesting. Like an anime I saw that some of those people that are watching this have seen Non Non Biore, which is about a I don't know 7-year-old girl, maybe younger, that is just living in a small village. That kind of setting and everything that happens there is just, even if it's insignificant and not even close to interesting in the general sense, it's just more of value because everything that happens in this almost requires you to be interested in stuff that are very much more niche, I would say. It is a girl manga. It feels like something for a 14-year-old girl that likes uh, painting or whatever, drawing, and likes that kind of thing. It's not for me. It really isn't. So I don't know how I will succeed with this task, and I don't really care as long as I pass. And even if I don't pass this course, it doesn't matter. I want to pass it. I like the course in and of itself. I don't think I have enough time for it when I'm in Japan. The effort that needs to be put on it is, yeah, and doing it at the same time as the Japanese, I think separating them is better. But also, I think that the classification of the Japanese tree course that is classified as a 50% course, which is too high pace and too little pace because you have too little teacher time and too many tasks that are too um uh, they are too extensive and has both too little and too much to do with Japanese. No, this course is 100% course that just has bad classes because it's too little and the teacher is overwhelmed every time, and every grade is delayed, everything is delayed all the time. And yeah, there is 2 weeks when we start the finals for this course as well, and it's gonna be yeah, in the beginning, in the end of May, we are done with all the things if I pass the exams, and if not, then I will have other situations to retake the exam. But hopefully, I can just succeed and move on in some way. So yeah, with that said, that is it for now. I will schedule this video so it will be released at midnight, so people maybe watch the other videos before. It doesn't really matter in the end. It's for me and for those that like or have something to gain from hearing me ramble. So now going to bed and tomorrow study and clean the apartment, and also plan a bit of what I need because I want on Monday to send a box and prepare the last box. So I know what I will send. I will send everything I don't need in Sweden. I will send in a box that is going. And I'm right now I'm actually sending the boxes in a more expensive manner, so I get them quicker. It's fine. Since I'm not having luggage or suitcase, it's it's Smälla in Swedish. I don't know. what the word is. So good night and see you tomorrow.